What roller ski should we buy? This video will answer what I look for in a roller ski after 15 years of roller skiing. I prioritize for closest replication to ski feel and safety. And I have no roller ski sponsors, so trying to make this video right now while it's as unbiased as possible. And to not bury the lead on this video, my #1 recommendation is the IDT Skate Elite roller skis, and we can talk about why I choose these first and then the pros and cons with anything else that I've tried. And there's a few other skis that I don't have here that I can talk about as well that are also decent options. So as you probably already know, roller skiing can be quite dangerous. A point of failure in so many skis is the fork, the frame of the ski, or the front or back fork. Binding is obviously very important as well. Over time, that wear can be quite dangerous, and you could be rolling down a hill and just hit a larger than normal crack in the road. And just the amount of your body weight and the force on these wheels don't have any air in them. That can cave in some frames sometimes. Some pretty bad crashes have occurred. After about 4 solid summers on these skis, putting in the most amount of roller ski miles that I ever have in these last 4 summers, I mean, over 1,000 miles each summer easy. And then I haven't tracked if it's how much beyond that, possibly 2,000, possibly over that. But these skis have held up so well. And not to say that they haven't ever dented. I have had some crashes with them due to a poor line I've chosen where I've caught just in a deep crack, and I've caught this fork in a crack and I went flying face first. So that was all my bad. And the frame did bend after that, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going down the hill and things just snapped. So far, any issues or any issues with safety or compromised safety or framers because of what I did and not the equipment. So once I mess up a pair of frames like that, then I purchase a new pair just again for safety. And I have made the mistake of just trying to bend things out and straighten things out in the past just for them to break soon after. So IDT makes it super simple on their website. You can just select the Skate Elite ski, and they do make a junior ski as well, so it's a little bit shorter. So it's great for if you have any young ones. But the IDT website makes it so easy to choose your bindings. I choose the Radafella bindings, just very stable, very sturdy. My most preferred so far summer roller ski bindings. They lock in and you don't get that bounce open on a downhill, which has happened with other bindings. So I really appreciate this little lock here. Selecting the ski, having them come mounted right out of the box, ready to go. So convenient. They make multiple wheel speeds. So they have a #1 wheel, a #2 wheel, #3, and #4. This is a #2. Though for #1 wheel is very fast. #3 and 4 are a bit slower, so giving you different resistance speeds on the road to mimic different ski or snow conditions. As important for me as safety is the ski feel and how well these skis compare and translate to snow skiing, and how well I feel like I can work on my technique all throughout the summer, improve it all summer, get on snow skis, and be skiing better than I was at the end of the previous season. That's my top priority, and thankfully, these skis have the best safety and durability that I've also experienced in any other roller ski. I really love the stiffness of this ski. I love these bindings. I love how the ski feels as I'm pushing off. So I feel like these skis, they ski very well, so I'm able to really focus and improve my technique all summer. Before mentioning any of the other skis I have here on the table, I was going to mention that that Marwe makes a great roller ski, also very durable. A lot of people put thousands of miles on their Marwes and do very well with those. I do personally prefer the IDT ski feel over the Marwe, but both great roller skis. Swix also makes another very good roller ski. A great ski feel with the Swix roller skis, just a touch behind the IDT and the Marwe on the durability department, but that's just in my experience, but a great roller ski to go with. I'll touch on a couple other ski brands I have here on the table, and then we'll talk about some classic roller skis. These are some classic Swenor roller skis. I used to have a pair of the Swenor roller ski skate skis, and similar like how these classic skis are, they have this front fork. This front fork setup was very similar. Like, it looked very similar on their skate skis, obviously more narrow, didn't bulge out so wide for this wide classic roller ski tire wheel. But this frame here does have a lot more, is very soft and has a lot more flex in it. This front fork, I've had a lot of trouble. After maybe a few 100 miles, I have folded these. So once at high speed, which was horrible, and on a totally separate new pair, with maybe 100, 200 miles on them, just folded the front fork. Just easy skiing V1 uphill and just totally bent it, broke it. Like, what? Thankfully it wasn't going that fast, but I mean, I still have scars on my hand to this day from that. So anyway, like I said, when I've had issues with these or a Marwe or a Swix, that's been user error. That's been, doing your typical high-speed downhill, whatever dangerous stuff on a roller ski. These, you know, I have really had some trouble with this type of a front fork. Yeah, it's you pay the price when gear messes up. And so I have a whole other safety video I would like to make about roller skiing. So keep an eye out for that video because I feel like that's very important when it comes to roller skiing. Consequences are high on pavement when you're just in a pair of shorts and a helmet. So yeah, I did not have a great experience with durability or ski feel on the Swenor skis. And so the next pair of roller skis I want to talk about are these Pursuit skis. And these skis, as you may be able to guess, with these holes drilled out to the middle, these are quite soft as well. You probably can't see that because I'm too close to the camera, but these frames flex quite a lot. And I have had a bit of bending with a fork or two with these. The IDTs are far stiffer and far better, in my opinion. These Solomon bindings are fine. You can definitely get a Rotafella binding mounted on these if you wanted, but you might have to do that yourself. I'm not sure what Pursuit currently has for their binding mounting options. Most difficult for me on these skis is the ski feel, more so than any other soft roller ski I've ever tried. These flex and bend a lot. As you're skiing and you're push, and you're putting some power down and pushing off the ski, this frame really flexes. And as you're bending and flexing the frame, the front wheel starts to turn in and the back wheel starts to turn out a bit. And so you're no longer rolling forward in a smooth linear fashion. It feels like the feeling you get as you're skiing is a lot of pinching. It feels like things are pinching on the wheels and you're getting a lot of resistance, but it's mostly just that the frame is flexing. And so those wheels aren't completely in line as you're going. The more power you put down, especially laterally, as you're pushing off that ski, the more you get that pinch feel. That's how these skis feel to me, which for me is extremely annoying. And I notice I immediately start to compensate. I start to shorten my stride. When I start to compensate, I immediately am doing that for this ski. And especially the faster I go, yeah, I just have to ski very different. I'm either changing my shin angle, my knee angle, my hip angle, So there's a lot of compensation for me going on when I have to race on these skis, which is quite often in the US. Definitely not my preferred ski. And just to contrast that again with the IDT is, as you're pushing off, both wheels are in line. It feels smooth and free, like how a ski should be. The other skis to mention that I've had a hard experience with are some Maplus skis. I don't even know if they're still selling any. Yeah, so for me, the Swenor, the Pursuit, and the Maplus skis, I've had the hardest time. The Maplus have had the most durability issues out of any ski. Took a lot of falls on those from the front fork just snapping. So that's my list of the best roller skis that I know of. So out of the skis that I've had lots of experience with, that's my recommendations from the best. Quickly, before talking about some classic skis, just wanted to mention there are a whole host of other roller skis out there. Some that come with a brake, some that come with a brake that you can take on and off. And so if you're at a level where you're nervous about going downhill on roller skis, which I'm going to make a video on downhill on roller skis, there are roller skis out there where you can set the brake at the top, really control your speed down. Once you're at the bottom, release that brake. There's a bunch of different brake mechanisms. I have not had much experience on those at all, so I can't do a video on that. Either if anyone has experience on any roller skis with brakes, if you want to share with this community, it would be so appreciated if you leave that in the comments. Anything you've had or experienced in the past. Some have inflatable tires, these are just solid, firm rubber tires, no air in these. So there's a whole host of other skis out there that I don't have any experience with, that I can't speak to at all. But if anyone has any experience with those other skis and you can compare them a little to some other skis or any kind of comparison information or recommendation information you can give on those, check the comments because we do have a good community growing here and that would be so appreciated. So thank you so much for doing that. So now I'll just talk quickly about some classic roller skis. As you can see, a lot fatter wheel. These are the IDT classic skis. Again, my #1 recommendation. This is the older pair of Rotafella bindings. As you can see, this updated pair, much preferred, especially with this locking clip. Classic roller skis are fantastic. As you can see, this front wheel can roll backwards and forwards, and this one can only roll forwards. There's a ratchet in there, gives you some great kick, great for training classic roller skiing in the summer. And the kick is so good you can actually develop a few bad habits. So make sure you're being diligent with your technique if you're going to be going out classic skiing and really push down and kick like you're properly skiing on a ski, not just kind of sliding sliding or scooping your blade back, because you can get away with that with these wheels. They're very good. So highly recommend the IDT Classic skis. And then with these Swenor skis, again, these forks on the Classic skis I've had better success with for durability. Still a little wary of them, but for the softness of the frame of the ski, for the shaft of the ski, I'm not so much a fan of the softness on these as compared to these are a bit stiffer for me. Just wanted to mention on the Pursuit roller skis, if I'm aware of some guys who are way less than 160 pounds, they like that it's a bit of a smoother ride over some rougher pavement with these as opposed to a stiffer ski. For me, it's marginal and I am not concerned with that at all. This is plenty smooth and I would prefer a ski that skis well as opposed to something that absorbs bumps a little better. So I know some guys under 160 pounds who have skied these, who when they're pushing off, especially not at race pace, they don't have many complaints or issues with these skis. So I just wanted to make sure to throw that out there. I also just wanted to take the time to say that I love any company getting into cross-country skiing, roller skiing, just the Nordic sport space. It allows us to do what we do. So thank you so much for getting into it and providing more competition to other companies and more access and availability to more people. I really appreciate it. I really wanted to make sure to say that, but I am giving my honest opinion, I'm just recounting my experience that I've had on roller skis. Currently, I don't have any sponsors, no roller ski affiliation. This is the information that I wish I had before I crashed a bunch of times on a bunch of other skis, or even just had a few frustrating skis on some skis that didn't ski well. So hopefully this speaks to some of you out there, saving a little bit of time, saving a little bit of money, and going for a more expensive ski right out of the gate, but having it be more durable and hopefully, because it's always risky with all this stuff, roller ski at your own risk, hopefully a better chance of staying up on your feet, staying healthy, staying injury free. So I'm just trying to be very honest. It was a little tricky and tough, like trashing some other products, some other companies, but my opinion, my experience. So I hope you appreciate my just complete honesty. I'm probably aggravating some people here, but hopefully this helps some of you. So I really hope this video is helpful in some way. Check the comments if anyone has posted anything counter to my opinions, any recommendations for other skis that they've had a lot of success with. Hopefully there can be a lot of good value and information in the comments below. I really appreciate that. Thanks everyone for giving your input and helping everyone find the pair of roller skis that's great, that's best for them to start. And then you can always experiment and change, and I really hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.